Alright, so we are going to look at piecewise functions. This is the last section in chapter 4. Piecewise functions are broken up functions, which makes this kind of difficult to deal with. You do not have to write down everything here. I don't expect you to. You just need to know what a piecewise function is. It's a function defined by two or more equations. We're going to leave it at that. And then when we start graphing it, that's when it gets a little bit tricky. If you're having trouble graphing lines, then this can be very difficult for you. So do make sure to come in for help if you're having trouble graphing lines. If you do not have all this written down in your notes right now, then you're just going to need to grab a book for later, not right at this instant, but it's on page 218. And we continue on to the next slide. Okay, so last time we were dealing with this. Those of you that did the homework yesterday, I'm just going to add to that today. Those of you who did not have a chance to get to it, then you'll get a chance to do that and the addition today. So this says evaluate the function f when x equals 0 and x equals 4. This is a piecewise function. So to evaluate it, you're going to ask yourself, I have to plug it into one of these two. Which one will I plug it into? This is how you figure it out. The first one. When x equals 4, or x equals 0. So for this one here, what you want to do is you want to say to yourself, okay, I'm evaluating f of 0 when x equals 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so is 0 less than or equal to 0?
Yes.
Yes, so you plug it into the first one.
Yes.
So 0 minus 2 is negative 2. Okay? And then the next one, when x equals 4, so f of 4. So is 4 less than or equal to 0?
Less than. I mean,
Is it less than or equal to 0?
oh, it's less than.
4. 4 right here. Is 4 less than 0?
No.
No.
Greater.
Is 4 greater than 0?
Yes.
So do you plug it in the first or second one?
Second one.
Okay, you shouldn't have your phones out right now. Plug it into the second one. So 2 times 4 plus 1 is 9. Does that make sense? So you're just determining which one it goes into. Okay, so the next set, we're going to walk through some of it together since that one was kind of tricky last time. Okay, so you have 3 choices here, like I said. You have to look at the first one. It says it wants you to look at whenever x is negative 8. So you ask yourself, can I plug it in the last one? Is negative 8 greater than 5?
No.
No. So you can't plug it in the last one. Is negative 8 between negative 2 and 5, or is it negative 2 and 5?
It's not.
It's not in between negative 2 and 5, and it's not negative 2 and 5. Of course, so it can be plugged into that second one. Is negative 8 less than negative 2? Yeah, so it's plugged into the first one. The first one is 3, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it equals. So let's go on to number 2. Is negative 2 less than negative 2?
No, it's equal.
Yeah, is negative 2 between negative 2 and 5 or equal to negative 2 or 5?
Equal negative 2.
Yeah, so where do I plug it in? The first one, the second one, or the third one?
Oh, the second one.
Second one, so what's negative 2 plus 2?
0.
0. Okay, go to the third one, f of 0. Is 0 less than negative 2?
No. I mean, yeah. No.
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 Is 0 in between negative 2 and 5?
No.
It's in between negative 2 and 5, right? So where do you plug that one in? Second one. So what's 0 plus 2? 2. Okay, complete 4 through 6 on your own, and then we'll check. Alright, so let's look at the answers here. If you're watching this video, make sure to pause it and give them all a try. You will have one on your test like this. Probably not the 3. I have to double check, but you will have one like that on your test. 3, 0, 2, 5, 7, and 40. You need to see any of those. You got them all? Okay, great. let's look at our last concept here, and then we'll stop. Graphing. Okay, this is the hardest part. So what you need to do is make a grid. Do 1, 2, 3, a 4x4 grid like this. So go ahead and do that. Alright, so this is how you graph a piecewise function. I have not made up my mind yet if I'm going to ask you about the domain and range. Probably not. I might ask that as a bonus, because the domain and range can be kind of tricky. So we're going to concentrate on graphing first. So the first thing you want to do is graph the first y equals line. So this is what I do. I graph this equation first. Y equals negative x minus 4. We should all remember how to graph that, right? Hopefully. 4, 4, negative 4, and negative 4. What's my y-intercept? Where do I start? What's my first point? 0, negative 4, right? Right there. And then what does my slope say? That's the, well, what is that as a slope? What is that? I go, okay, we'll describe it rise over run. How much do I? You go down and no. Okay, guys. We are just graphing lines. So remember on this, you start out with that y-intercept. So we start at negative 4, and then the slope, remember y equals mx, mx plus b. The m is our slope. What's the value of our m?
1.
Not 1, negative 1. Negative 1 says go down 1 and to the right 1, or up 1 and to the left, right. So down 1 to the right 1, or up 1 to the left 1. Okay, do we all remember that? All right. Now here's the hard part. So you're going to graph the line as normal. Like that. Now, what does the restriction do? It says that that line is true if and only if what? What does the top say? If x is less than 0. Well, let's think about it. Where are our x values? Are they vertical or are they horizontal? Horizontal. Where is x less than 0? Is it less than 0 to the left or to the right? So what you're going to do is you're going to see where you're going to plug in this value, yes? We're going to plug in this value, so we have 0 minus 4 is negative 4, right? That's how we got that y-intercept down here, yes? And then you're going to erase, because you don't want any of your x's to be less, or you don't want any of your x's to be greater than 0, right? It says if x is less than 0. So all the ones that are greater than 0, we're going to erase. Does that kind of make sense? So I'm going to take my eraser, and you're going to erase the part of the graph that is less than 0. Yeah? So I graph the line. Does everybody understand I graph this line? Then I have to erase part of it. The part of it that I erase is based on this. This says erase a part of your line where x is less than 0. So it's less than 0 here. Well, it can't be equal to 0, right? So, yeah, so what do you think? Is this going to be solid? Is this going to be closed or open?
Open.
Open. Why would it be open? Yeah, because it can't be 0, right? So
I was just really confused on the bottom one because I like that x and then if x is greater than or equal to 0 because the x is only going to stand for one signal. You don't have one for the graph is not equal to y. So that's what was throwing me off. But then really confused.
yeah, you're making so now we have to graph the second part of it. Yeah?
We're good.
So the second part of it says graph y equals x. So let's remember how to graph y equals x.
What did you say?
What's my y-intercept there? 0. 0, right? Are we good? So 0, so I start at 0. And then what's my slope? 1. And then so from there, what do? So I go from here, and then I do what with my slope? There's someone other than Jenna. Jenna's going to answer.
Good job, Jenna.
What do you do with your slope from this point? What does the slope tell you to do? Okay, where do I make the mark? Someone other than Jenna. You're just graphing a line and you're using your slope, just like we've done in the past, guys. Up 1 and to the right 1. Or what?
Down 1.
Down 1 to the left 1. If you don't get this, you're never going to get these concepts. You need to come in and you need to get help for this. If I have to host an after school session like I'm doing with my other Algebra 1 classes, then I will. But you need to know how to graph basic lines. You cannot walk into 1B and not know how to graph a line. Yes.
Would after school thing be like mandatory?
It's not mandatory.
Okay.
Okay, so you graph the line like normal. And then what does the restriction say? X has to be what?
Greater than or equal to 0.
Yeah, so where is it greater than or equal to 0? To the right or to the left?
Right.
To the right. So you're going to erase everything to the left, right? So you're going to erase everything to the left. Does that make sense? Why is that closed?
Equal to.
It includes 0, yes. Does that kind of make sense to you? This is a lot in this chapter, so you need to make sure that you have a note card on the day of your test. We'll take a practice exam the day before your test. It's going to be basically going to be your test, but with different numbers. So, try those two. I'm not even going to worry about domain and range. You just want to graph them. Alright, I understand this is difficult, but again, it's a new concept. So we're going to start with the first one, y equals x plus 1. So what point do I start with there? 1. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label this axis 4 here, -4 here, 4, and -4. And like Jenna said, I'm going to start out 1 on the y-axis, right? What value is my x there?
1.
That's
No, it's 0.
0, okay, good. Keep that in mind for this later. So, what does the slope say to do from there?
So, up 1 and
Up 1
To the left 1.
to the right.
to the right 1. So,
Oh, is it
up
negative?
to the right. Oh, that's not negative. We'll look at the first one.
Oh, it's already-
Okay, and then, or I could go down 1 to the left 1, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to draw that line as though it were normal. And if you're really good at this, you don't have to necessarily do the erasing. You can just draw the part of the line already. But we're going to erase. So this says you can only draw this line if x is less than or equal to 0. So is x less than or equal to 0 to the left or to the right? Where are my x's less than or equal to 0, Daniel? To the left or to the right? You're telling me all my x's are less than 0 here? Less than or equal to 0 here? Yeah. So it says x has to be less than or equal to 0. So I'm going to erase all the parts that are more than. Why do I have a closed circle there instead of open?
less than or equal to.
Yeah, less than or equal, so it can be 0. Okay. So, what do we do? Does everybody understand that part?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move on to we're still on this one question. We have to graph negative x. What's our starting point for negative x? Not -1. 0. Remember, y equals mx plus b, people. Y equals mx plus b. B is your starting point. What is my b? 0. So I start at 0. Let me do a different color. Okay. And then what does my slope say to do from that point? Go down 1 and what? To the right 1. Or what?
Up 1 to the left.
Right. Okay. So now connect.
Elias Sandoval?
Oh, are you looking for one of Lamonta's students? All of Lamonta's students, he's in 504.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you.
no, it's not your fault. We switched classrooms. Okay, so that says if x is greater than 0. Where's x greater than 0? Is x greater than 0 to the right or to the left?
Left.
To the right. Yeah? X is greater than 0 to the right, so I'm going to erase which part?
All the ones less than 0.
Yeah, all the ones less. So I'm going to erase all the ones less than 0. Is this starting to make more sense? So erase that, all of that. Let me redraw this again. Okay, is this going to be open or closed here?
Open.
Open, yeah, perfect. So it'll be open right here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, do you need more time to work on number 8? Okay, do number 8 real quick.
Number 8,
Yeah,
-2.
-2. -2 is my y-intercept, so I'm going to start at -2. Right there. Then what is my slope? 1/1. So where do I go from that? Where do I go from that point?
You go up to the right or down to the left?
Yeah, up to the right or down to the left. Okay, then we draw our line. Now, Aiden said something really important and really interesting that might make this easier for you. So, what I asked you last time was I said, where are the values less than 0? Are they to the right or to the left? To the left, right? Now, Aiden discovered a little trick here. This is going to be pointing to the part that you keep. So you keep this part, and you erase this part. Oh, let me make it bigger. Does that make sense? It's pointing this direction, so we keep this side. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easier. I like that. So, let's do for x. Where's my y-intercept? 0. My y-intercept is 0. Okay, so my y-intercept is 0. Start there. And then what does my slope say to do?
Well, up 4 over 1.
Up 4 to the right 1, or
Down 4 over.
1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. Okay, so I'm going to draw that line. Okay, now, according to Aiden, you draw a little arrow here. It's pointing this way, right? So I'm going to keep this side. Yeah, so I'm going to erase the left side. That's just a little shortcut. You still need to understand why we erase the left side, but... Okay. Where is there a hole? Is there a hole for the orange or the blue? The blue, right?
Yeah.
So, right there, that should be open. So, I'm going to make this an open circle. Okay, does that make sense? Are you sure? Okay, let me see. Yep, that's what it looks like. Okay, we're going to skip that. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay, so what I want you to do for your assignment, let's see here. In here's your assignment if you're watching the video. Here's the corrected assignment.